What's going on, Washington fans? We are back with another video, and in today's video, I come to you with a statement that I don't really have all the answers to this Debo Samuel trade that the Commanders made, but I feel like the Commanders may have a deadly trio in Terry McLaurin, Jaden Daniels, and Debo Samuel. We're going to try to figure out why this can be a deadly trio and how they can be their best version of themselves this season. But before we do, make sure you guys hit the like button. Helps this channel grow exponentially. Hit that subscribe button on the road to 2,000. I cannot do it without you. Hit that notification bell as well. So, as you all know, Adam Peters was really the first GM to make a big splash this offseason by trading for Debo Samuel pretty much right after the Super Bowl. He traded for Debo Samuel, traded a 5th-round pick from this year's draft. And we were kind of skeptical of this move. If this was 2021 and we made a trade for Debo Samuel, then wow, like that's a big move and we're all excited about it. But now that I feel like Debo Samuel's maybe not in his prime so much anymore, we weren't as excited. And Debo Samuel, he did have a good year last year. He battled pneumonia, battled a bunch of different things. He really went through a lot. But he still performed well last year due to what he went through. So we're going to try to figure out today how this can be a deadly trio. You have Debo Samuel, 29 years old. He's going to be your wide receiver too. Jaden Daniels, who is 24 years old. He is obviously your franchise quarterback. We know what he is. He's going to take a big year 2 leap. He's not going to step back. And then we have Terry McLaurin, 30-year-old wide receiver. Wide receiver 1, we know what he is last year. He broke out last year with finally getting a good quarterback. That the level that Terry McLaurin's on, Jaden Daniels matched that. Last year, Debo Samuel had 670 yards, 3 touchdowns, but he's shown in his career that he can be really explosive. Prime Debo Samuel is one of my favorite players to watch. In 2019, Debo Samuel had 802 yards, 2020, 391 yards, 2021, 1,400 yards. That's why I said if we were trading for him in 2021, we'd be really excited. 2022, 632 yards, 2023, 892 yards, and then 2024, 670 yards. So, to be the best version of ourselves this year, I think the biggest thing is Debo Samuel. Learn the playbook. First of all, learn the playbook. Get acclimated with Jaden Daniels. And that's one of the first steps. But also stay healthy. The best ability is availability. That's what you have to remember. So Debo Samuel has to stay on the field this year. He's also going to play a little bit of the running back position. And I'm not going to be talking about Debo Samuel this whole video. This is just the first part of this video. Debo Samuel is a guy that he's going to be kind of a running back this year. He was a yards after catch guy last year. So we're going to use him in that way. He really just has to stay on the field, and Cliff Kingsbury is going to use him as a weapon. Then you have Jaden Daniels, who obviously first year last year had the greatest rookie season of all time. He's a little bit of an older rookie, but he's going to step in, and Adam Peters tried to go all in for Jaden Daniels, trading for Laramie Tunsil, and then trading for Debo Samuel, which we're talking about today. Jaden Daniels is going to have a wide receiver too that's explosive this year to throw to, a guy that can get yards after the catch this year. So I'm really excited what Jaden Daniels has to work with this year, way better than last year. You look at De'Ami Brown and guys like that, they just didn't cut it. And you have Noah Brown as your wide receiver 3 now. He was kind of forced into a wide receiver 2 role last year, and I just didn't feel like that fit him the best. But then you have Terry McLaurin, and Terry McLaurin, he's hit 1,000 yards every year of his career. He's been extremely consistent, done so well with the quarterbacks that we've had in the past, but he has been a guy that people have criticized lately because, obviously he hasn't gotten his contract. He seems like he wants more money than he deserves. That's what people are saying. People have just been hoping that he gets that contract. We all do. I think that's going to happen. I'm not worried about that. So we know, in either way, if he does not get a contract extension this year, if they don't trade him, which they're not going to, then he would still be on the team either way. He can't leave. Those of you saying he's going to leave, he can't leave. So we're going to have this deadly trio for at least 1 year. So Terry McLaurin, we know what he is. Gets 1,000 yards every year. Had 1,096 yards last year, 13 touchdowns, 3 touchdowns in the playoffs, a touchdown every single game. He was explosive, dominant in the playoffs. He became more of a leader last year. So we know what we have in Terry McLaurin. But let's take a look at this trio overall. So, like I said, Debo Samuel, he's going to be your yards after catch guy. He's going to run slants. He's not a vertical threat, but he is going to be able to kind of look like a running back a little bit. So he's going to be a guy that I'm really excited to watch. He's going to be your wide receiver too, like I said. He's a good route runner, but he's just not as explosive as he once was. He's just not a guy that I see going vertical and beating someone. Beating most of the cornerbacks in the NFL and safeties. So we know what we have in Debo Samuel as a 49er. What is he as a commander? Okay, how does Cliff Kingsbury use him in this offense? We also know what Jaden Daniels is. He's a guy that's going to contend for the MVP. He's going to be great. He's going to make throws. He's going to bring the Cardiac Commanders to success. He never backs down. He never gets scared. And then you have Terry McLaurin, like I've said, wide receiver 1. He's going to crack 1,000 yards. Maybe he has a 1,400 yard season this year. Like, what if there's a level of Terry McLaurin that we just haven't seen yet? Last year he wasn't able to break it because it was his first year at the quarterback. What about a second year with a great quarterback? What does Terry McLaurin unlock? Okay. And so, what if he gets more touchdowns in the regular season? What if he gets 17 touchdowns in the regular season and then 3 in the playoffs again? That's just a different level. So, we need all these guys to stay healthy, as obviously we all know. But this trio can be deadly this year. And that is, I think we have to have Debo Samuel get at least 800 yards receiving. He's not going to have 670 yards receiving this year. We can't have that. I would like to see 1,000 all-purpose yards, all together yards for Debo Samuel. His rushes, his receiving yards, and his everything together combined, we need over 1,000 yards for Debo Samuel. Terry, we'd want 1,000 receiving yards again, but I think he's going to get that. Jaden had really good stats last year, but if we can, I think probably you're looking at like 4,000 yards this year passing. I don't think he quite reached that last year, but that was his first year. I mean, come on. I think he's going to get over 4,000. So this trio as a whole, if they can get the numbers I just said, think about Terry. Even 1,200 yards for Terry, that works. Okay, that works. Debo Samuel, 1,000 yards together, rushes and receiving yards. That's perfect. And then Jaden Daniels, 4,000 yards passing. This has the opportunity to be the best trio in the NFL. So that's what I come to you with today. I just want to see how this group can become the best version of theirself. How does Debo Samuel learn this new offense, pick up this new offense? A lot of people have been calling him fat lately. He's not fat. I'm just going to tell you that. He's not fat. He's coming in a different mode this year. Debo Samuel is back, I have a feeling. And he's going to get unlocked in this Cliff Kingsbury offense. Terry McLaurin, again, we know what he is, right? But we got to get this contract squared away, and we got to get him in the Commander's Park by training camp. Because if he's not in Commander's Park by training camp, that becomes a distraction. So right now, while I'm not worried, we have to get him back in Commander's Park for training camp. And then if you get even the first few days, if Terry McLaurin's not there the first few days of camp, it's okay. But when we start getting pads on and Terry McLaurin's still not there, that is a problem. And if this extension doesn't get done, again, I believe it will get done. I don't think they're going to trade him either. But let's just say this extension doesn't get done. Terry McLaurin has acted as a pro his whole career with this team. He's going to play this season. He's not going to hold out for the whole season, but he could hold out from training camp if he doesn't get his extension. So this trio is going to be unlocked this year. This could be the deadliest trio in the NFL. So I'm really excited to watch what Debo Samuel, Terry McLaurin, and Jaden Daniels bring to the table this year. The new duo in the NFL. Adam Peters traded for him. And again, this Debo Samuel thing, that's a low-risk move. He's on a 1-year deal. You didn't have to pay that much for him. It's a low risk trade. You only traded a 5th rounder for him. So if he doesn't perform this year, you just ship him off next year and it's okay. But I hope this can be the deadliest trio in the NFL this year. That's going to do it for me. You guys have a great rest of your day. Looking ahead to training camp, it's going to be a great time. I can't wait to get this 2025 season unlocked. I'll see you in the next one. Take care and peace.